Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. I'm BrendenPlayz, and tonight we follow on from the Payback PPV with Braun Strowman having an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. Who will take the challenge and take on the monster among men? God help them. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. That's coming up later on tonight here on Raw. But first, we've got a few matchups to get through. We've got Hideo Itami taking on Elias. Shinsuke Nakamura will take on Fandango as well in singles action. We'll also see the veteran Goldust. He'll be going one-on-one with Chad Gable. Interesting matchup there for Gable. Good opportunity for him. We'll also see Scott Dawson take on Jimmy Uso. Some of our teams in the division going at it. The Revival looking to bounce back after a loss at Payback. Speaking of tag teams, Roderick Strong will take on Alexander Wolf in singles action. And one of our featured matches tonight, Alexa Bliss will go one-on-one with Natalya. Bliss, the new women's champion, and the women's draft takes place next episode of Universe Mode. Huge right there. Elias gets a victory over Itami. Shinsuke Nakamura gets a victory over Fandango. Goldust, the veteran, gets the win over Chad Gable. Scott Dawson picks up a win over Jimmy Uso. In a singles matchup here, Roderick Strong gets the win for the new tag teams on the block. We'll see how women fare in this matchup here tonight. We're going to see Alexa Bliss in action, taking on this woman, Natalya. Good opportunity here for Natalya to take on the current and new women's champion just before the women's draft, which takes place next episode. That's right, next episode of Universe Mode will be the women's draft. And women like Natalya and Alexa Bliss, many more, have the chance to find their new home. For the first time in the series history, the women will be split up and will not feature on both brands, but instead they will be on both brands but have their own separate divisions and own separate championships to fight for. Alexa Bliss is the current WWE Women's Champion. Where will she end up? We're not quite sure yet. But Alexa Bliss winning the championship at Payback, getting a sneaky little win there against Nia Jax and Sasha Banks. At one point, Sasha Banks had that bank statement in and was getting close to beating Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. But at the end of the night, Alexa Bliss found a DDT and actually got the pinfall on Nia Jax, ending that rivalry there. And potentially Alexa Bliss could move away from Nia Jax, move on to a separate brand, may not even have to deal with Nia Jax going forward. I'm sure Alexa Bliss will be pretty excited about that one. Also, Sasha Banks could also be out of the picture as well, so potentially a lot of new opponents here for Alexa Bliss, which is why this match is so important here for Natalya. What an opportunity she has here tonight. You beat Bliss, potentially you end up with the same brand, and, well, hey, you may have yourself an opportunity for the Women's Championship first up. And we can now confirm our next pay-per-view here in Universe Mode will be Extreme Rules, and that will be 4 weeks away. It will be, for the first time in the series history as well, a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. And Raw will have the pay-per-view Battleground after that event. So we'll keep an eye out for the times and the schedule of that, and we'll let you know. But before we have Extreme Rules, of course, we do have NXT TakeOver number 10, and we can now confirm that 2 superstars will be available to be a part of NXT TakeOver in its 10th anniversary. Of course, 2 superstars that have formerly competed in NXT. We're looking for the 2 best of the best that to ever compete in NXT. There will be a poll that will go up on the website, BrendenPlayz.com, in the near future, and we'll vote there to find out who is the best of the best in NXT's history that have moved up to the main roster. Bring them back to find out who is the best NXT superstar we've had to date. Very exciting news there. More on that when we get to NXT in the next coming episodes. Near the back of the head there by Alexa Bliss. Good start for her here against Natalya. Natalya, the veteran. Alexa Bliss, relatively still new to the block here, and had a lot of success in a short period of time, obviously winning the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. Despite her size, she's had some success in a triple threat match. Obviously really suited her, able to take advantage of the scenario and the situation and find a way to really strike when the time was right. And we knew that. We knew Alexa Bliss was going to be that superstar that would take advantage, and it's all about timing with her. And she proved that at Payback when she took advantage and hit the DDT while the other woman was down. Natalya needs a victory here. She's been out of the loop for a while now. No title opportunities for her in recent times. Big opportunity for her, though, here tonight. Pinning the champion would be huge for her career. Northern Lights suplex there. We do have to go ahead and take a quick break in this episode, and we will be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, the women's draft is coming in the next episode of Universe Mode. Who will be joining SmackDown? Who will be joining Raw? We will find out. The full draft will be taking place next episode in a special women's edition of SmackDown. First time in the series history, we're going to have a complete women's action on that episode. It's going to be huge. It will be the draft, and it's coming up in your next episode. Well, that's going to be a huge episode of Universe Mode. Alexa Bliss will be in action as well. She'll be defending the Women's Championship against Sasha Banks in what could potentially be their last meeting together. What a clothesline by Natalya as we get back from the break here, and a good start here by Natalya after the break with that huge spinning lariat taking down Alexa Bliss. So that's right, Alexa Bliss will be in action once again, and this time the championship will be on the line, taking on the former women's champion Sasha Banks in her rematch. So she's invoked her rematch clause, and we'll see how that one goes down. Nice move there by Alexa Bliss. Sasha Banks could be ending up at the same brand as Alexa, so that rivalry certainly may not be over. And it'll be a big test for Alexa to see if she just took advantage of the situation, the hand that she's been dealt, or was she deserving of being the champion, using the ropes there to cheat to try and beat Natalya. Only got a 2 count though, referee not aware. Alexa Bliss, that's her style. Does whatever it takes to win. And oh, what a big move there by Natalya. Alabama slam, and that's going to really hurt Alexa Bliss, who's dragged towards the middle of the ring. Natalya, big opportunity now to take advantage. Perhaps looking for the sharpshooter. She's going for it here. She's got it. Yes, she does. It is the sharpshooter, and Alexa Bliss has got a long way to go to get to those ropes. Will she tap here? This will be a huge win for Natalya. Bliss struggling, and Natalya, though, losing her grip and deciding she'll try and reinforce it. But instead, Alexa catches her out there with a Hurricane Rana. Well, Natalya almost had Alexa Bliss beat. She's going to try her hand here at the cover. Can Alexa kick out? Yes, despite the leg injury, you'd have to assume she's got now. Able to kick out still. Enough power in those legs. And Alexa sweeping Natalya off her feet. Alexa Bliss, she's the champion for the first time here in Universe Mode history, that she's been able to win that championship, beating Sasha Banks, who's been champion a couple of times now. Nia Jax as well been champion. Lots of women getting the opportunity and winning that championship, but it's all about hanging on to that prize. That's been one of the issues that our women's champions have had throughout the series history, is hanging on to that championship for a long period of time. In fact, there has been more women's champions than any other championship belt. So there you go, more champions in this women's division. Oh, Alexa Bliss double knees than any other title. So that means the women are more than capable of getting to the top, but staying there has been a big issue. That's why when you look at Charlotte's very long championship reign, that's why that was so impressive, because nobody else has really been able to hang onto the title for that length of time. Alexa Bliss now could potentially be putting Natalya away with it for a DDT. Missed out though with Natalya with a counter. Snapmare takedown now by Alexa Bliss though. And into the side headlock there, looking to put more pressure right there on Natalya. And so far so good here for Alexa Bliss. Natalya needs to work and get back to her feet here. She's going to try and do it now. Natalya should want to impress here, regardless if she's on the same brand Alexa Bliss or not. We will have a new Women's Championship belt. What brand will it be on? Raw, SmackDown, we don't know. But what we do know is we're going to have a new championship. So that means we need a new champion. And if Natalya is on the brand where that title is vacated, well, hey, she immediately puts her hand up and says, pick me. I should be the new champion. Or if not, put her in the conversation to get a championship opportunity for that new championship. So that's what Natalya is hoping to accomplish here. If not, if she's on the same brand as Bliss, well, hey, she might be able to get herself a title opportunity next. Of course, we do know Sasha Banks is getting one next episode of SmackDown, so it's not exactly clear cut yet for Alexa Bliss. She's still got more work to be done. As now, nicely executed maneuver there by Alexa. And a stomp there by Bliss in the back of Natalya, and knees, and here we go again! More knees right to the midsection of Natalya. Alexa Bliss looking good. And Bliss now has Natalya. Oh! Beautiful suplex there. And Alexa Bliss heading towards the top of the rope. What can she produce now? Alexa, here we go. Looking for that twisted Bliss. Is she? Natalya's down in position, and she goes for it. Connects, hooks the leg. There's two. She's got it. Alexa wins. Follows up her Payback Championship victory with another win here tonight. What a win, and this is the assignment she's got next. Sasha Banks has a rematch against Alexa Bliss in our next episode of Universe Mode on the draft night. We will see the Women's Champion in action. What an episode that will be. What a tough match that will be for Alexa Bliss. Well, she'd have gone 3 nights in a row with huge matchups, so already she may be the new champion, but she's been worked like a champion as well, having to work extra hard in this last little period. Well, Sasha has a small little advantage because she's had a night to recover. She's not here tonight, but she will be here at SmackDown trying to win back the Women's Championship from Alexa Bliss. Well, Randy Orton just got to the arena and he's on his way to the locker room, but we've been able to stop and get an interview quickly here with Randy. Randy, what happened at Payback? You lost the matchup. What went wrong for you? Listen, I'll tell you where I went wrong. I went wrong because I let Finn Balor get beat. Seth Rollins is trying to stomp and stomp and stomp, and he couldn't stop Samoa Joe with the Coquina clutch. Whereas I was down and out. I was hurt, and I was not available to get in there and stop things. So I should have been in the ring to make sure that that never went down. But the problem is that Finn Balor was the one who tapped out. Finn Balor couldn't handle that simple Coquina clutch. Finn Balor should have been able to fight through that hold and stay in the game. Instead, he tapped out because he couldn't take it anymore. So if you ask me, Finn Balor should be out of contention for the Universal Championship. And now that Seth Rollins is going to SmackDown finally, that means I should be the one next in line for the Universal Championship opportunity against Samoa Joe at Battleground. Not Finn Balor. He tapped out. He should not even be in the situation. It should be me. I am the only real contender. I am a former WWE champion. I have done it. I have proven that I am better than Finn Balor. I beat him a few weeks ago one-on-one. There's nothing more for me to prove. I am better than Finn Balor. He tapped out at Payback, and I should be the next in line for the Universal Championship. I should be facing Samoa Joe one-on-one at Battleground. There is no one better than me for that matchup. Hang on, Finn Balor! Finn Balor's here! Finn Balor just coming out of nowhere and with a drop kick attacking Orton backstage. Randy Orton just got here. You can see the limo in the background there. He's just arrived to the building and looking to come to the locker room area. And he had some harsh words to say to Finn Balor, including the fact that Finn should not get a title opportunity. Finn Balor does not deserve another one in Orton's eyes because he tapped out. And now Randy and Finn are going to go at it backstage here. Orton now landing some strikes of his own after Finn Balor coming out with a flurry of offense. And now Orton, drives Finn Balor into the ball and hit the ladder as well. Randy Orton gets his hands on Finn Balor again. And an RKO. Well, that will silence Finn Balor for the time being. Randy Orton with the RKO. And now Orton has a steel chair. A shot right to the midsection of Finn Balor. And now Orton is going to pick up Finn. I think he wants to nail him right in the skull. Finn Balor doesn't know where the hell he is. He won't know anymore. Right between the eyes, Finn Balor nails Randy Orton. And we have just found out that Drew McIntyre will be the man to face Braun Strowman in tonight's Intercontinental Championship match. Open challenge. McIntyre accepts, and he's coming off a huge Payback match of his own. What a clash he and Bobby Roode had. A tremendous matchup. The two fought very, very hard for that victory. And at the end of the night, Drew McIntyre did get it. And that may spell the end of that rivalry between the two. McIntyre can now perhaps move on to become the new Intercontinental Champion. That's been a prize he's had his eye on since arriving to Monday Night Raw just a few short weeks ago. He did envision himself coming after another championship now that he's moved away from NXT, and the Intercontinental Championship was the first title that he's had his eyes on, and well, we'll see how he does fare here tonight against the monster among men. Braun Strowman is not that far away from becoming a one-year champion. A couple more pay-per-views, if he can last it, he'll get there, and he will be an Intercontinental Champion for an entire year. Well, we talked about Finn Balor, his one-year reign as WWE Champion is the longest reign in universe history. Well, Braun Strowman, it may not be the WWE Championship, it's the Intercontinental Championship, but he's very, very close to beating that length of a reign. He's a two-time champion, and Braun Strowman, well, he's been simply unstoppable. Anybody who gets in his way gets put down pretty quickly. Braun Strowman is the man. And for this championship, he's had some tough battles against the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and also the Bar, Sheamus, Cesaro as well. Braun Strowman has had some really tough clashes. And who can forget the one recently at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. So no doubt about it, Braun Strowman deserves all the accolades. He deserves our respect for the incredible efforts he's had. Unfortunately, he missed out on defending that championship at Payback. He said he doesn't care who challenges him here tonight, whether it be John Cena, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Nakamura, doesn't care who it is. Some of the top names here on Raw, he is ready to put that title on the line. Well, John Cena came out a few weeks ago and said that he's looking at Braun Strowman and keeping a close eye on him. We haven't heard from Cena since, but you'd have to think Cena would have loved to have an opportunity here tonight to challenge for that championship. We don't know if he's in the building or not, but McIntyre perhaps got out here a little bit earlier. That's the nature of an open challenge. The first person to arrive gets that opportunity, and it was Drew McIntyre. It's now Braun Strowman. Oh, McIntyre. Oh, reckon the nose or the eyes there, having to do whatever it takes, I suppose, to take down Braun Strowman. But the fact of the matter is, McIntyre's a huge man himself, and he matches up pretty well with Braun Strowman, something that hasn't happened very often. Obviously, Braun Strowman did beat Brock Lesnar, a big man in his own right, so he has taken on guys that certainly have a lot of size about them. McIntyre has the height as well as the weight to really test Braun Strowman, who gets sent over the top of the rope, and McIntyre takes him out with the shoulder. He's coming off a big win at Payback against Bobby Roode. The confidence is there for Drew. He might feel as though he could be the next Intercontinental Champion. Spinning leg takedown there by Strowman, though. Trying to put an end to this momentum he's built early on, but McIntyre bowls over Strowman, something you'd never see happen before. McIntyre, what strength he does possess. And Braun Strowman, well, this is going to be tough. He did throw the challenge out there. Whoever wants it, come and get it. McIntyre wants it, and he's coming to get it. And when you have a guy like Drew McIntyre who wants that championship badly, that could be a really, really dangerous situation for Braun Strowman, especially when he's coming off a big win at Payback. Bobby Roode's arch nemesis. The two just despise each other. It doesn't matter if they're in NXT or here on Raw. Whenever they see each other, they come after one another. And we hope that after that no-holds-barred match at Payback, that this situation between the two can be resolved. What power there by McIntyre again, slamming down Braun Strowman. You'd have to feel as though it probably will be over now that McIntyre has sealed the deal and got another victory over Roode. Bobby Roode just can't beat Drew McIntyre. It's one of those guys that no matter what, Bobby Roode just cannot find a way to beat Drew. He has just not found a way. Not many guys have. McIntyre did suffer a loss a few weeks ago to Dolph Ziggler. Oh, there's press there by McIntyre with some right hands. And that loss was thanks to Bobby Roode's interference or distraction, whatever you will. And on that night, McIntyre suffered a loss in his, well, I suppose his official Raw debut. But right now, it's Braun Strowman with a big move and really starting to throw McIntyre around, showing a bit of his power as the two continue to brawl away. They might want to get back in the ring. Count of 6 now. Strowman shrugging off McIntyre. McIntyre again fending off. And oh, big boot there by Drew. McIntyre can't win the title unless it's in the ring, though. He realizes that. Can't win by counting. Oh, McIntyre accidentally hits the referee. And now a chance for one of these two perhaps to bend the rules a little bit. Referee, though, getting back in position. McIntyre didn't get him too badly. Thank goodness for that. Referee needs to count 1, 2, 3, or the submission. That's what he's there to do. Is Strowman, oh, STO, and really grabbed a hold of McIntyre and drilled him down. Braun Strowman trying to get this crowd to support him, and he has certainly gained the respect of the crowd over the last number of months. Braun Strowman with the clothesline. McIntyre goes down, and again this match bowls out to the outside of the ring, and no real surprise there, especially when Drew McIntyre's coming off a no-holds-barred match, a matchup that actually took place mostly inside the ring. McIntyre probably missing out on a good opportunity to utilize the no-holds-barred situation, so maybe McIntyre's making up for a bit of lost time here tonight, looking to take Braun Strowman to the outside of the ring, although he had no real choice on this occasion. The count continues to grow though, and that's the only dangerous part for McIntyre. Big boot again there, and able to take down Braun Strowman. This is good so far from Drew. He's certainly been very, very competitive, if not in the lead, if you will. If there's such a thing, he's certainly looking the better between the two right now. Braun Strowman in a bit of trouble, perhaps a little bit shell-shocked here. What's been going on? Here's the cover, hook the leg, just a count of 1. I think Strowman perhaps was probably preparing for John Cena, to be honest with you. When a guy calls you out a few weeks ago and says he's got his eye on you and he would love an opportunity for the championship, well, I think Strowman was probably expecting Cena. In the back of his mind, he had probably known Drew McIntyre was willing to step up here tonight. But I don't know who Strowman would have prepared for, or perhaps Strowman prepared for nobody. Just prepare on the spot. Figure it out as you go. Well, you just don't know who's going to come out and take the challenge. That's the issue that Strowman has, but offering up an open challenge is McIntyre. That stomp. The boot, I don't know if the boots, but a bit of steel, a metal cap or something, but it's done enough to really drive a big wedge into the forehead of Braun Strowman. A cut has been enforced. Now McIntyre working on the chin of Strowman. Not sure if that's going to be the best idea to beat him, but it is a way to wear down the big man and also regain your breath and composure, as McIntyre went for a big elbow. Missed out though with Strowman. There's the power. McIntyre's a big man, and Strowman just threw him to the other side of the ring. But Braun, he's come out and said he was very disappointed that he didn't get a matchup at Payback. And there's no surprise. There's obviously some big matches on that card, including McIntyre and Bobby Roode. But Strowman not defending a championship on a pay-per-view is certainly something that's a little bit foreign to him. He likes to be on every pay-per-view, likes to be defending that title as much as he possibly can. So immediately making up for it here with his championship match here tonight. But Strowman will want to make sure that he's on the next one, Battleground, the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view. There's no way that Strowman is going to want to be left off that one. As now Braun grabs a hold of Drew. Oh boy, got him up in the shoulders, cuts him up, and now Drew McIntyre is in a bit of danger. Strowman perhaps closing in on a potential win. Back body drop of the big variant that time. McIntyre sent flying. McIntyre fighting though, trying to stay in it. Drew McIntyre now driving Strowman into the corner. And now Strowman sent into the other one. Oh, right or left hand rather there by Strowman. And now the big man shrugs off McIntyre again. He's going to go for it. Here's the cover. There's 2. Shoulders up. Braun Strowman just wondering, what do I got to do? What's next for me? As now he lines up Drew McIntyre. He's got him for the running power slam. No, McIntyre with the counter. And McIntyre, big right hands now. Just lacerating that cut even further. Coming after it with those big fists. And now he gets sent over the top for his troubles. Crashing and burning to the outside of the ring. Braun Strowman now has a chance to really enforce and take this match and get a firm grip on that championship once again. Braun Strowman has been tested. It's time for him to win this one. McIntyre's down, and Strowman might be content here with a count-out victory, something you don't normally see from him, but I guess the fact that this match has been so difficult so far, well, maybe not. I thought perhaps the difficulty of it so far, Braun Strowman might be thinking about taking an easier way out. Not to be the case, he came back after McIntyre got caught with the DDT for his troubles. McIntyre now getting back in there. Count of 4. He can't win the title by count out. He's got to get back out there. And he needs to make sure that Braun Strowman does not take a walk if he does want to. Count of 6 now. Strowman, he is a fighting champion. He's got to get back in there to fight. Count of 7. He's back in. We're back on here. One-on-one, McIntyre and Strowman for the Intercontinental Championship. McIntyre goes into the corner there by Braun. Now Braun Strowman has McIntyre against the turnbuckle. And now, oh, double fist just hammering into the back of Drew. Right hand, now the shoulder. Braun Strowman in complete control now. McIntyre's got nothing left, has he? Braun Strowman picks him up, drives him onto the turnbuckle. Pressure on here for McIntyre. Oh, a late kick out at 2. Nearly had him. Braun Strowman. Didn't think he was going to get him, but geez, it was a lot closer than I thought. Now picks him up by the midsection. Here's the gut wrench into the suplex. That's the power on display by this big man. Braun Strowman, what a star he is, and what a competitor he has become. He has been a tremendous Intercontinental Champion. Perhaps he could be the one to step up. Use this as a stepping stone for the Universal title in the future. Right now, his future is getting shocked there. The future shock DDT. Strowman's down. McIntyre, new champion. Oh, nearly had him. Braun Strowman just kicking out. He used that DDT to beat Rude at Payback, but tonight Strowman does kick out. McIntyre could not believe his luck. He thought he had him. Now the elbow. McIntyre trying to fire up here. Trying his best now to win this thing. But Braun Strowman in some trouble. It's not going well in the last minute or so for Braun. What a clothesline. This may be the toughest period of Strowman's championship reign. How does he come back from this? McIntyre, the momentum is completely with him here. McIntyre has Strowman up on the top. There's no way. There's no way he gets him here. My goodness. Sidewalk slam off the top. My goodness. How does McIntyre do it? Wait a second. Bobby Roode on the apron. What the hell's he doing here? He's not here for long. McIntyre with the shoulder. Takes down Roode. He's not going to let that stop him. McIntyre fired up. Bobby Roode taken down, but meanwhile back in the ring. Braun Strowman's back to his feet. The distraction worked. Braun Strowman with the running power slam. Bobby Roode just screwing McIntyre over. Oh, McIntyre had this thing won. Well, fair play to Strowman. He just dealt with the hand that he was given. And, well, McIntyre, you gotta feel for him. He had this match won, but this obsession with Bobby Roode over Drew McIntyre has continued. Bobby Roode just can't let it go. McIntyre keeps beating him, and Bobby Roode just can't handle it and just won't accept the fact that McIntyre is on to bigger and better things. He's about to win the Intercontinental Championship, you felt. And, well, Bobby Roode gets himself involved. Bobby Roode makes sure that Braun Strowman is still the champion, and Drew McIntyre does not win that title. It's unfortunate for Drew. He came so close, only for Roode to spoil it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. The next time we come your way will be the Women's Draft. First time ever in the series, we will have the women being split up. Who will go to Raw? Who will go to SmackDown? Find out in the next episode of Universe Mode, coming your way very, very soon. You don't want to miss it. The Slammy Awards voting will be available in the next coming days as well. Keep an eye out for that. We'll have a video letting you guys know when it does go live. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks will face Alexa Bliss for the Women's Championship next episode as well. It's going to be a big one. Don't miss it. Hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the episode. Let's try and hit 6 likes on this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the draft.